Well, hello Wordsmiths, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a brand new reaction, musical and lyrical analysis. It is my first time reacting and hearing the highly popular Sound of Silence by Disturbed. If you're new here, hi, I'm Carl, and this channel is about more than just reactions. It's about exploring music, the lyrics, the emotions on a far deeper level together. Every video we break down the vocals, the storytelling, and the emotion behind the performance. If you love music as much as I do, I want you to be a part of this community that celebrates it. Then subscribe and let's keep discovering together. Oh, by the way, everything that you see here is created independently, and my goal is to keep raising the quality, whether it be better audio, better visuals, which in turn makes better and more content for you. So if you'd like to play a part in that journey, you can support the channel through Patreon, buy me a coffee, or even super thanks right here on YouTube. Every contribution directly goes into making this channel better for you. And a massive thank you to everyone on screen who has helped me achieve this. Alright, that's enough out of me. Let's dive straight into it, shall we? Okay. The Sound of Silence. I am familiar with the song from the original, sung and performed by Simon and Garfunkel. I think it was back in 1964. Okay, let's start. I know it has taken quite a while for me to react to this, and I do apologize, but we eventually got there. Bit of interesting graphics going on here. Monochromatic, broken instruments, piano on fire. It's an interesting mood for the piano. It's in a different key.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Oh, hello, baritone.
I've come to talk with you again.
That's stunning.
Because a vision softly creeping.
What an interesting voice.
Left its seeds while I was sleeping.
Yeah.
Vision that was planted in my brain.
Oh, wow.
Still remains within the sound
No, good.
of silence.
That is a crazy voice. I mean, it's really haunting, but just so unbelievably captivating. This is an interesting reaction for me because it's a song I'm familiar with, but it's performed in a way that's completely different to the original. And when it comes to this, how splendidly haunting those opening lines are. It's an invocation not merely of darkness, but of intimacy with it, as though it were a long estranged confidant. I mean, look at the lyrics. Hello, darkness, my old friend. That's a line from the song that we are all quite familiar with. It's a salutation drenched in paradox, for darkness is typically feared, shunned, yet here it is embraced as a companion in quiet conspiracy. The imagery of a vision softly creeping possesses a sinister delicacy. Its quietude more unsettling than any clamor, let's say. Seeds, that quintessential symbol of latent growth that we all know, it takes root in the slumbering mind, suggesting that revelation, perhaps even revolution, arrives not with trumpets, but in the stealth of silence. So there, in these lines, an exquisite tension between stillness and potency, as if the very absence of sound throbs with the promise of profound consequence. And in terms of the visuals of the music video, the monochromatic aesthetic and the scattered remnants of broken instruments amplified the tension magnificently. The music is unbelievable. The art that animates silence lies fractured and mute, an eloquent metaphor for a world where communication has collapsed into vacuity. And essentially that's what the song is about. And so, within this fragile framework, the writer of the song, who would have been Simon and Garfunkel, confides in silence, that most patient of auditors, whose dominion is absolute, save for these whispering seeds of thought that dare to stir within its dark soil. It really is quite outstanding. And the key of the song is different, and that alters the mood, and the song itself is just absolutely brilliant thus far. But let's see how it goes. All right, let's take it back and go again. That still is crazy. He sounds like he has a double tone. Oh, guitar. Interesting tonality. Oh man. Very good choices. Oh man. Really good. Jeez, the way that this music video is constructed is nothing short of brilliant. And the lyrics again, so profound, so moving, and his voice, it sounds like there's double tone in there. I'm not entirely sure. So the lyrics of the song is, they're just brilliant. There's the solitary pilgrimage that's sort of girded through the narrative of the song, which continues into this section. And it's now traversing the chiaroscuro of dream and desolation. And here, it's like the singer is wandering alone through narrow streets of cobblestone. And it's a phrase that conjures the intimacy of the archaic. Streets worn smooth by centuries now emptied of human warmth. There is a cinematic austerity to this piece. And the lyrics convey that. There's the halo of a street lamp, cold and penitential, illuminating a figure hunched against the elements, bite of cold and damp. When you look at the original song, the language echoes with a tactile melancholy, as though the very air was saturated with estrangement. And it's such a powerful song when you just uncover everything in that deeper perspective. And then comes that violent intrusion. My eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light. And how marvelously brutal that verb, stabbed, conveying an almost sacrilegious affront to the dream's sepulchral hush. The neon, emblem of modernity's gaudy clamor, rends the sanctity of night like a blade of false brilliance. And yet, it touches the sound of silence. And there's a masterstroke of irony in that something so shrill could make contact, however fleeting, with silence's austere majesty. It is as though when Simon and Garfunkel wrote this, they were witnesses of the first skirmish between the mechanical din of progress and the quietude of human contemplation. And that's quite profound. I wish I thought of this when I used to listen to the song more often, but it's a conflict destined to scar the soul. And it's interesting when you look at the song deeply, that's the dynamic you get. I am thoroughly enjoying this, so back it up a bit and let's keep going. Interesting bit of... Oh, hello. Oh man, this is okay. This is brilliant. So epic. Ah. Oh man. Oh, this has got to be one of the most epic songs I've heard. But it's still early days. Let's break down the lyrics. Okay. This rendition of the song is something else. I'm feeling it so differently to prior renditions of it. And here, now the dream of the song broadens into a peak, almost prophetic tableau, a vision of multitudes, and yet a multitude without communion. Think of the lyrics. Now that evokes not grandeur, but futility. An army of shadows gathered in mutual isolation. Now, the oxymoronic cadences, which is talking without speaking, hearing without listening, it's sort of like condemning the hollow performance of connection in an age of noise. And here is a society that mouths syllables yet birds no meaning, that receives vibrations without granting them understanding. It's one of those things that is just so unbelievably profound, and I wish I had a deeper intuition towards this song when I first heard it, but here I'm just feeling it all the more. And what's most poignant is the indictment of art. People writing songs that voices never shared, of music that most human of offerings withers into solipsism. Its melodies stifled before they can pierce the air, and over this sterile congregation broods the tyranny of silence, ironically unbroken, despite the clatter of words and wires here. No one dared disturb the sound of silence. It's a line that just tolls like a judgment bell, hinting that the greatest sacrilege in this new babble is not to speak falsely, but to speak truly. And thus, silence reigns, not as peace, but as the mausoleum of authentic expression. And why am I feeling the song so much more now than well, probably because of this performance. But anyway, all right, let's keep this going. Interesting sheet music. Is that the... His face. Oh man. Range. Oh, it's got grit. Nice guitar. Oh. Okay. I get why this has 1.1 billion views, and I get why I'm pulling more out of the song now than I did previously. It's the way he's performing it. I'm feeling it more. What is this lad's name? I know Disturbed is a heavy metal band, but it's David. Okay, cool. David. So here, David sort of sings a lament, and it reaches its most plaintive pitch, a cry against the suffocating inertia of a world deaf to urgency, with the stark simile, silence like a cancer grows. Now, from my perspective, that attains a brutal medical exactitude. Silence is no longer neutral, no longer passive absence. It sort of metastasizes, devouring discourse, corroding the sinews of human connection. And the imperative plea, hear my words, take my arms, the throb with sort of evangelistic desperation, for lack of a better way of phrasing it, as though the singer were a latter-day prophet, bearing a tiding of salvation to an unheeding throng. And yeah, sorry, I got kind of theological there for a moment, but the futility is crushing. These words, meant to pierce indifference, fall like silent raindrops. And that's a phrase that's exquisite in pathos, for even rain, when you think of it, the gentlest of elements at least leaves a trace. But here, even that consolation is denied. The words dissolve into the vast, indifferent cisterns of silence, their echoes mocking the singer's, or in this case the writer's, yearning for communion. And the song is a lot deeper than I thought it was, but it is a scene of tragic grandeur, like speaking as a prophet armed with truth, yet vanquished by the very void he seeks to overcome. Really, really brilliant. It's amazing when you've listened to a song so many times and haven't really considered the lyrics until you actually sit down for a bit. And I'm having one of those moments now. Alright, so let's continue where we left off. Unbelievable song, my gosh. Oh. No, this is the best. The grit. Oh. Beautiful. Sing it, bruv. Great vibrato. Oh man, there's no words. Oh yes, unbelievable. What? Where has this been all my life? That has to be one of the best songs I've ever heard. I mean, if not, it's definitely in my top 3. But to just discuss what transpired lyrically, it's hard. There's a vision of idolatry and irony where the sacred impulse of humanity, its hunger for transcendence, is grotesquely misdirected. And the people, think of the lyrics, the people bowed and prayed to the neon god they made. That's an indictment. It's an indictment of modernity's gaudy pantheon, the artificial glow of commerce and consumption now enthroned as some sort of a false deity. That phrase that's used, neon god, that just shimmers with mordant wit, light, once emblem of revelation, and it's here perverted into a lurid simulacrum, casting no wisdom, only glare. Well, that's all from me, folks. Thank you for joining me. Remember, this channel is all about exploring music on a deeper level, breaking down the vocals, the storytelling, and the emotions behind each piece. If you're passionate about music and want to be part of this community, be sure to subscribe so we can continue discovering and appreciating it together. Everything here is created independently, and I'm committed to improving the quality, better sound, better visuals, and content for you. If you'd like to support the channel's growth, consider visiting my Patreon, buying me a coffee, or sending me a super thanks. Thanks once again for watching, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everyone. Cheers.